Hello, welcome to another Waffle Wednesday. Now I'm not going to go mad with these. I'm only really going to do them when I've got something to say, not just for the sake of doing them. So I know I did one last week. It was well received. Although they don't get a massive amount of views, they generate a lot of comments, which is also good for the channel. So thanks to the positive comments that we had about the topic. Now this week I'm only going to do a quick short one, and it's about the Land Rover. You'll remember I sold it a couple of weeks ago, and I had a message off a guy who follows the channel. Why is your Land Rover or ex-Land Rover on eBay a week after you've sold it? I didn't realise it was. Had a search for it, and indeed it is at twice the price I sold it for. Yeah, admittedly, you sell a vehicle, you're either happy with the price and you let it go or whatever, and then whoever buys it chooses to do what they do with it. I haven't got an issue with that, but basically, if I run through quickly what happened, I decided to sell, fed up with it, that's fine. I paid £5,000 for it in September 2020. Had the clutch done, the timing belt done, little bits and bobs, tyres. It ended up owing me about £6,000, give or take, and I'd used it for 18 months. So I advertised it with a month left on the MOT for £6,500, or sorry, £6,500, and I'd put a full MOT on it, or £6,000 with no MOT, well, a month's MOT. Guy sent me a message minutes after, interested mate, I'll pay the full price, come over now. Told this story, but basically he came over. His paying the full price was paying £6,000 because it had only got a month's MOT. I'm happy with that, but then he starts trying to chip away at it, giving me the sob story that he's going to look after it, do it up, be sympathetic, blah blah blah. So he tried to knock me down to 5.5. I said it weren't enough. He got up to 5.7. I chipped him away and we got another 50 quid, so I let it go for 5,750. And although I was happy at the price, I wasn't happy, but you know what I mean. I thought, this guy's come, first guy come, it's gone, I'll take the money, it's out my hair. It could have failed the MOT, I could have been left with it, I might have had to tax it again, you get the idea, so I just let it go, like the song. Now, I believed the guy that he was going to do it up, although he told me he was a dealer. He said he was going to do it up and, you know, be sympathetic. I believed him, why wouldn't you? To then, like I say, find it on eBay a week later at 11,495 with nothing done to it, you know, it was exactly as I sold it, bar he took my stickers off, you know, with the Allegro stickers and stuff like that. It's a bit of a kick in the balls, really, not for profiteering off it, you know, you buy, you sell, you do whatever you do. It was more so telling me little porkies that he was going to do it up and look after it and just moving it on. So yeah, what do you think about that? I think it's a bit of a pee take, but is it you win some, you lose some, I guess. Like I say, I got rid, I was happy enough at the time, and I suppose if I'd never have known, I'd have been happy. A couple of people have said, no, you should have sat on it, you could have made more than that. Agreed, I could have, but I might not have. You know, I needed the money that I got from it quite rapidly to sort something out. That's been sorted now. So, yeah, it's not really a whinge, it's just a... I don't like being told little fibs, I guess. Anyway, that's about that on that one. Nothing else to tell you. Obviously, we're in the Kia today. We always have a jaunty camera angle in the Kia. Heather has the phone holder in this little quarter light in the corner for the sat nav. and I can't be bothered to move it, so that's why we're in that. It's great these early mornings now, lovely driving home in the light, driving to work in the light, we love it. Spring is just around the corner. This weekend, hopefully, I'm going to do a bit more on the Allegro or the Seat. If you watch the last Allegro video where I put the mud flaps on and found the little bits of rust, got a few comments on that I've probably done the right thing, just leaving it for now, and when I get it all done properly. And yes, a couple have said you've got to fill that little hole that you found, even if it's just with sealant and stuff like that. I will be doing that. I'm going to get some, you know, I call it under seal, but you know what I mean, to just black over where I threw that paint on. So I'll get that done. This is what I like about doing these waffles and stuff. Last week I mentioned that the rear wiper wasn't working, the squirter wasn't working on the Seat. Guy sent me a message. Their common fault with them is the pipe comes off, and take the back cover off, you'll have to push the pipe back on and cable tie it. They force themselves off, which is possibly why the boot's getting wet and the car's steaming up, because I lifted the boot up yesterday, and as I picked it up, water came out of the cover behind the boot. So it seems to me that when I'm pressing the squirter, the pipe's filling the boot up with water. So I'm going to try and have a look at that this weekend, depending on the weather. But at least now I'm not going to press the squirter anymore. Right, so that's about it. As I say, I wanted to keep this short. We're about 5 or 6 minutes. Let me know your comments on the Land Rover and on anything else, and I'm going to try and keep the content coming on this channel. I'm quite enjoying it again now. I've sort of given up worrying about figures and stuff like that. You know, some things get great views, some things don't. C'est la vie, I'm not bothered. Just trying to enjoy doing the channel. So until the next one, which will probably, as I say, something I filmed this weekend, I'll see you on another waffle or from the garage. Ta-da a bit.